Previously on Budget Bike Battle Benidorm. We ride down to Cartagena via the Pyrenees. Team K6 suffer brake problems. The R1 drops a cylinder.
Stay with me, girl. Come on, stay with me.
And the Suzuki finally becomes a semi-useful bike as Team 44 takes 7th in the endurance race. Sponsored by Bimoto.
After the elation of the endurance race, there was no time to rest on our laurels. Oh no, as we both had another 2 races over the next 2 days. We'd spent the previous night searching for much needed parts, brake pads for the K6 and spark plugs for the R1, and both, surprisingly, were sorted thanks to Cartagena's extensive range of moto shops. Under the watchful eye of James, I chucked in the Galfers in hope of some stopping power, despite them being fairly average road pads. Meanwhile, James was busy sorting the R1, so I headed out for some sneaky practice to scrub the pads in.
Good morning, Cartagena. Yeah, it's better.
So, first session this morning, just went out to bed the pads in because obviously brand new pads and the issue we've had with the discs. But yeah, it was alright. First couple of laps were brilliant. It was like, oh, I've got brakes again, I can brake late. And then like, after 3 laps, I just come back to the bar again. So I think there's a bit of air in there we need to get out. And there's a massive bellend behind me, so.
She's back. Ladies and gentlemen, she is back. It was a spark plug, so nothing really, but she's now running on all 4. I don't know what it is about this competition and 3 cylinders, but it's definitely a favourite of mine. And I put some new brake pads in as well, so they're going to take a while to bed in just because my disc is so rippled. Raspberry rippled. Bloody raspberry. Right then, let's have another go. Move the lever out this time. Hopefully that's enough. So this is actually qualifying 1 for the race later today, I think. Is it the race today? Can't remember. Oh, she's back. Hell. Yeah, I could get the tyres out. Fuck me. Fuck.
Fuck. Following a day's abuse and the added torture of the endurance race, it was time for a fresh set of hoops to set our optimum quali laps. Step forward Bridgestone VO2s.
Okay, so this is qualifying 2. Fresh Bridgestone VO2 slicks in. Just moved my baguette crust. I was using it as a table for lunch. Fresh slickage. Okay, go and check the pressures.
Oh, you bastard.
You alright? Sorry. Can you just try? Are you going to try the front one more?
What?
Is it still too hot?
Red hot.
Too hot? Don't worry, mate. It's alright.
Finally we had some decent brakes, and the GSXR was feeling pretty bloody sexy on fresh rubber.
The R1 was feeling fresh and fruity with the new plugs, but something wasn't quite right. We have work to do. This also meant my quali session was in tatters.
Got the fucking juddery back. It's back. It's back. Fuck. understand what it is.
The first race of the day was the most daunting, the A Group Open Race. The top 40 qualifiers from over 100 bikes of any CC going up against each other in a 12-lap marathon of minters. So James set about trying to find the cause of the missing cylinder. Suspected coil stick has gone to poop.
Meanwhile, Team K6 are qualified in 19th place, which wasn't too shabby for a 15-year-old munter. I was certainly gunning for a top 10. Surely, all of my bad luck had disappeared.
Good luck, AZ. I've got literally arsehole. Oh dear. Is it?
So, gutting. So, because of that qualifying session, which I couldn't do, I'm now all the way down here in 32nd, and the bike's already fucked. So, I don't know. We'll see what can be done. I've got to try and overtake all of these fucking people, which on a bike which is doing already. Fucking hell.
You know that feeling when something's not quite right? I had one of those feelings during the warm-up laps. Something wasn't quite right, but I ploughed on regardless, like Mummy's little soldier.
Come on, baby, just last. Just stay the course, come on. Come on then, here we go.
Couldn't believe it. The only thing that we didn't change on the bike, apart from the brake caliper, and wanted to change were the cheap Chinese rear sets, and the bolt connecting the shift rod had sheared. Dreams of an easy top 10 were shattered.
Fuck! Shit! Don't buy Chinese shit! And if you've got it on your bike, take it off, because it's shit! Fuck! Oh well. The Jixer finished the endurance race, I'll give it that. And the R1's pretending to be a Big Bang R1. So if it finishes this race, I'll be astounded. Shit.
Have we got a nut and bolt anywhere?
It's too late now anyway. We'll park it today.
Yeah.
You bastard.
Meanwhile, the R1 was making decent progress through the field as I entered the top 20. My dream of a top 10 finish could potentially become a reality. If only I could get past this cock-blocking, elbow-dragging R6 knobber.
Brake fade. Oh.
With 7 laps of 12 still remaining, our old friend Mr. 3-cylinder Wobbly Pants decided to say hello.
No, don't do it. Don't do it. Come on, baby. Come on, come on, stay with me. Stay with me. No, come on. Don't. Well, I'm not stopping, whatever. Fuck. One more lap. Come on, baby, hold it together. That's a good girl, come on. Come on, girl, come on. Yeah. Come on, baby. Last corner. Oh, you're stuttering. Oh, fuck you! Oh, well done. Fucking well done. You poor, poor girl, right. You're going to get some dickage later, right in the pipes.
Against all odds, the R1 completed 14 torturous laps, mixing it with the big dogs. And I couldn't be more proud.
That was so hard. Managing the cut when you're on full gas on a drift. Managing the way that it's cutting. Oh man. What a rush. It's alright, darling. We'll get you sorted. Well done. But you did really well, darling. Well done.
Woo!
Well done. Well done,
I think you can hear it.
Yeah, it sounded like traction control kicking in.
Hey,
9th.
was it?
Mate, loads of people crashed out and pulled. Well, my gear lever fell off.
What happened to you? Brakes?
But gear lever fell off.
Oh no!
So you like brought it home?
Top 10 finish
9th.
in the superbike class.
It's Big Bang R1.
Sponsored by Bimoto.
That was a mixed fortune event.
Yeah, I mean, it was definitely a race of attrition, that puppy. There was 34 starters,
Yeah,
and about half of them finished.
yeah.
And obviously, of that half, I wasn't one of the finishers. So, but mate, fair play, fair play.
And
P9.
and the R1, she made it through, and I am pumped. I didn't know what position I was in at all. So yeah, pumped.
So it's been a bit of a mixed day, really, isn't it? Obviously, we got the R1 working again.
Yeah.
We have found some brake pads, but then we both had the same issues again, and
I think
But-
it's just particularly hard. It is hard
it's
on
hard.
brakes.
It's hard. It's a physical track. It punishes the bikes as well. It really does. The only resting point for us is the straight, and the
Yeah.
bike's revving its tits off. The rest of the time, you turn in. It is brutal.
Yeah. Yeah. Constant management of the vehicle.
Yeah.
You're either managing the throttle or you're managing the brakes constantly, apart from about 5 seconds down
Yeah.
that straight.
You need to be fit and young to ride it, and we're neither. So
Yeah, and with working bikes. But just a little, I mean, I know we spent money on the bikes, I get it. But $2.5 grand bikes.
Yeah.
And not forget, this is Group A superbike class.
yeah,
So let's
but also forget. So the top 40 is Group A. The
Yeah.
next 40 is Group B. There
Yeah.
are 120 in it today.
Really?
120. Yeah. And those bikes, I mean, when you're looking around on the start, it's like, oh, well, they're 25 grand superbike forks.
Yeah.
Oh, well, he's got
Yeah.
a 50 grand bike.
It's crazy. So both bikes have done amazingly well, and I think we should give a round
Yeah.
of applause for
Jazz
both
hands.
of us. Jazz hands. Right, it's going to get a beer. Oh, sorry. Oh no, hang on, we weren't supposed to touch. Hang on.
We spent the evening tossing our bananas, telling our racing stories, and settled into the smallest apartment in Cartagena for a quiet night in before another big day.
The first race of a new day was the over 750cc superbike race. As Chris was putting all his eggs in one basket for the crazy old man race, I was left to fly solo for this one. Let's have it. So the only race I can do, because I'm under 40, is the over 750 class, which which is course full of fucking all these new superbikes.
12? Let me know. You okay? Yeah, and you? Don't know what he said. Well, I haven't been out yet this morning, so this is my warm-up. I didn't go out because we were getting breakfast.
Here we go then, James. What do you reckon our man's going to do?
Oh, he should be in his top 10.
I reckon he's going to go 5th. So he did to come out to start, so all that takes is 1 to drop out, we're off. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, there he is. Race on!
I soon realised these boys weren't messing around, and I quickly found the limit of the K6. But with several crashes and some mechanicals, I found myself battling for 7th. One lapse of concentration and an eager braking marker led to a stupid mistake.
We've got no brakes again.
Still, after all we'd suffered, I wasn't about to give up, and I set the fastest lap of the 3 days while hunting down the beamer.
Gotta have a go.
So 1, 2.
How? Could be 3.
You could be on for a podium here. Oh no! It's just been done! It's just been done out of a podium! Oh! Oh no! Oh, last corner!
On the last corner, don't have a podium.
Oh, I don't know where I ended. Fucking no brakes again. Lesson learned. Don't buy Chinese shit and don't try to save money on shit calipers. So this is where I high-sided, just here on the superbike when I was here in 2009 testing the beer for BSB. Ended up about here. Knocked myself out. No, what's happened here, Nige? Oh. No fucking way!
He doesn't know.
No fucking way.
Right. If you weren't done on that last corner,
You're fucking kidding.
podium.
Podium if you went down on that last corner.
I made it fucking back to the bars again.
Oh, it looked like you were struggling a bit.
I had the 4-finger brake. I don't 4-finger brake. I had the 4-finger brake going into the downhill left-hander here. Proper like.
Mate, it was weird. Literally on the last lap, the leader came in.
Yeah.
The second place came in,
Second
and third place
fell
came in.
off, the leader came in.
It's like they don't want to win.
Yeah.
Okay, so well, you know, you got to be in it to win it, ain't you?
Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly. Well
So
done,
for a
mate.
number of laps, you were running third.
Until the last corner. Oh,
Who was that guy though? He's a proper racer though.
I don't know.
He's on some trick Aprilia. He wasn't there yesterday. He started.
He came from the back of the field.
Yeah.
He wasn't behind you for long.
Team effort, guys. Team effort.
Pasty this morning, did it?
It's a pass.
Team pasty. Delish.
Come on.
Cheers, Rick.
That's alright.
What am I, baby? We're going to Benidorm. Woo!
I was like, he's on the fucking podium, yeah! And then some fucker came up the inside and he was like, no!
I was to defend from the BMW, and he came up the inside. I was like, who the fuck is that?
It turned out that, due to the accident, race direction had taken a result from the lap before, so it was a massive anticlimax, and I actually finished 7th.
After lending Al the R1's mirror bolts to fix his rear sets, the K5's 7th place meant I really needed the R1 to be in tip-top shape for the infamous Crazy Old Man race.
Crazy old man race, yeah? It's a crazy old man. Team 44. Come on, baby. One more race, you gotta last. Cheers, guys. It's doing it already. It's doing it already.
Despite giving the old girl a solid fingering, I just couldn't get the coil seat to sit snugly on the plug.
So just for a bit of context, this guy next to me is the guy that we had a coming together with in the endurance race. I'm qualified behind him because of the issue, which was I didn't get to qualify yesterday, so they don't take any of the laps in the race yesterday. It's just that qualifying session. And I haven't ridden this bike this morning at all, so this is my first session out. So wish me luck. I should be in front of this guy in front, so I don't know, let's see what happens. Everyone's got fresh tyres in. I think this crazy old man class, I think they take it quite seriously, because a lot of these guys on the 600s, they weren't in the 600 race. Well, most importantly, let's just have a bit of fun.
This was, without doubt, the most competitive and intense race I'd ever been in. Thanks to Team 44 on the pit wall, I knew I was up to 5th. Track temps were soaring and the new surface was eking out its gooey ooze, adding to the difficulties I was already having.
The plug's doing its thing. Fucking hell. So greasy today. Fucking no brakes at all.
Oh.
Oh.
You alright?
Feel that master cylinder.
Oh no. More brake problems. Yeah.
There's oil missing out bit, so.
Oh shit.
Absolute disaster. The last lap on the last day is always a bad time to have a whoopsie, but this has the potential to knock me out of the entire BBB competition. We're due to leave for Benidorm in 2 hours from now. This is not good. Not good at all.